Hello, welcome to Julian's restaurant in the UK. I'm Julian Davies, I'm the head chef and co-owner of this restaurant, and today I want to talk to you about lobster, one of my favourite dishes. I picked up a live lobster today. It's cooked, it's in the kitchen waiting. I'm going to show you initially how to prepare the lobster, taking the meat out, etc., retaining the shell either for soups or for presentation. And we're going to produce a brand new dish, never been cooked before, so you're the guinea pigs, I'm going to taste it. And we're going to call it Lobster Peninsula, because we live on the peninsula of the Will. Right, we're in the kitchen, lobster's cooked, it's on the board ready for preparation. I cooked it for 14 minutes, steamed it, or simmered it, but not boil. If you boil it, the meat's going to start to go tough on you. And unfortunately, we have to kill the animal before it goes into the pot. A very, very simple knife through the brain. We don't show you details like that, but it's been done. And now the lobster's here on the board, ready for dissection. The tail, that's where most of the meat is, and of course the claws, but the head is full of stuff that we just need to dispose of. So quickly, we'll just take the claw off, and just pull off nicely. Just nice step. This little fella was quite aggressive when he was alive. But now there's no fight. Right, I'm taking the knife, I don't know if you can see that, I'm taking the knife right down the middle of his tail, cut it through, with a little bit of a smack. There we go, right through, and then turn it round and then through the head. Okay, sounds horrible, but the end result is amazing. Okay, now then, there's the tail meat. This is stuff we can just dispose of. It's not going to hurt you, but it's rubbish to eat. So just quick wash in the sink, take the excess off, okay, and then just peel the meat out of the tail like that. The same thing with the second half, we just wash off the excess. This is one of the nicest tasting shellfish, I think. It's expensive, but oh my word, it's lovely. Right, it goes back into the shell for the time being. That's the easy bit. Now the claw, the big claw, he's all muscle. This is actually what the lobster uses for crushing its prey. It's all muscle. You imagine that as in ratio to its body. It's a powerful muscle. So just take that piece off there, dislocate. It's quite tough. And out that comes nice and clean. Should be a little bit of meat in there. Here it comes. There's a nice little bit of flesh. Put to one side. And now then, take a heavy chopping knife and just take the spine. Big crack. There we go. It's as simple as that. And out comes this gorgeous muscle. Look at that. Oh my word. Here you come. There we go. See a little bit of a membrane there too. That's all pure meat. Take the excess milk off afterwards. Righty-ho. We don't want to lose any of this meat now. It's shell. Now in here, there's a little, I won't say it's a joint, but it's just a little bit of a fight. There we go. Now then, if you got little fingers through the pop, there, out comes the meat. And then the knife into that side, out comes the meat. Oh wow, tempted, very tempted to eat that. Okay. Second shell, similar operation. This actually is the thinner claw. This is the one that actually tears. It's quite a formidable animal in the sea. Right, same on the spine. Crack. Out she comes. Come on. There we go. That's just an excess milk. And you can know that, wash that off shortly. Okay, shell to the side. Right, finger, pop it through. Sorry, that way. Just pop it through. Good job it's not against the clock. Whoa, look at that. And then a little bit of meat out of there. Okay, out she comes. Make life easier for the customer, this, you see, because they don't want to be wrestling with all these bits and pieces. Right, so, just for a quick presentation, we're going to cut the meat into pieces like that. Turn it around the other way so it's nice and colourful. Back into the shell. A little bit of the claw meat. Maybe cut the claw meat in half. Wow, that's one portion. That's quite generous. Quite generous. Now, later on, I'm going to make the sauce, and we're going to put the whole dish together. And I'm going to taste it. Jackie can taste it too. Okay. Meat back in the shell. This is 2 generous portions here. There we go. Doesn't want to behave. Clear up the debris afterwards, but that's the nature of the beast. I mean, there's 2 complete lobsters, all meat, easy to eat. Once I complete the sauce later on, we'll get tuck in. Okay, talk to you later. Right, now we come to the sauce. Lobster's cooked and prepared earlier. And the sauce here, the ingredients for this new dish is a teaspoon of finely chopped onion, some chopped parsley, some cayenne pepper, a little bit of butter, very finely chopped crispy bacon, and some chopped porcini mushrooms. On the alcohol side, got sambucca, marsala wine, and then the liquor is the actual whipping cream, which is about 200 ml. Right, so here we go. Pan is already on the stove, high gas. I always like to have a start with a preheated pan, so A, for efficiency, and B, to get things cooking and sealing rather than things soaking into the oils. So the pan's on a little bit of olive oil, which I omitted to tell you. A little bit of olive oil, just a drizzle. That's it, plenty. Put the oil in before the butter and it stops the butter from burning. Another little trick. So here we are, instant cooking. Sizzling away and without even waiting for the butter to melt. Chopped onion. So just move it around slightly. Don't want any colour there, so you've got to work quite quickly. So straight away, the other ingredients can go in. The chopped porcini mushroom. For the record, if you're using dried porcini mushroom, which I am today, take that into consideration because it's a lot stronger than the fresh. So maybe half. If you're using the dry stuff, half the quantity. Right, a little bit of cayenne, not too much. This is actually a nut sauce enough for 2 portions. So we've got a whole lobster we're cooking. Okay, before there's any more coloration there, a little drizzle, maybe a capful of sambucca, and maybe a double cap of marsala. Whoops, I've got big caps. There we go. Right, allow that to reduce now. A little bit of fire there. That's not just for theatre. That's to actually burn the alcohol off, which is bitter. So you need to lose the alcohol flavour and get the flavour of the grape or the grain or whatever it be. And then that's reduced nicely. No hesitation. In with the whipping cream. That's just under 200 ml there. I've got a little bit extra in case things go wrong. It won't, but there's always a little bit of backup. If the sauce cooks too far down, reduces too much, becomes too thick, it'll separate. So you've got an emergency bit of cream there in case you've made a mistake. It does happen. It won't happen today. And now we have to be patient. It takes about 5 or 6 minutes for that sauce to reduce to the right consistency, and then we'll throw in the lobster meat and into the shell and glaze it. Right, come to the pan, Jackie. There we go. Now that's reducing nicely. While that was reducing, last minute I just threw the bacon in because I don't want it in too soon, otherwise I'll lose the crispiness. So that is looking consistency. That is ready now for the lobster meat. I'm going to taste it. Jamie Oliver style. Oh my god. It gets better. Okay, coming to the final stages now. I've just thrown the lobster meat into the sauce. Come on. It's just sizzling, bubbling nicely. It's nice and hot. Little trick there, I didn't tell you about this before, but this is a little quick. Put an egg yolk in there. Last minute, it has to be last minute, and then take it off the heat because it will scramble otherwise. Now you ask, why is he putting an egg yolk in there? Well, when we glaze it under the grill, it's going to give it a nice glaze. Okay, in the oven. In the oven here, I have the shell, which is nice and hot. Spoon the meat. This is mixed now. There's the claw, the tail, all those lovely ingredients that we talked about before, all in there, all reduced and concentrated. Oh yes. Righty-ho. And then a quick flash under the grill. Take a few seconds. Right, there we go. Out she comes. Nicely glazed. Little bit of finishing touch there with the old fresh parsley. Doesn't that look lovely? And now then, very carefully onto the plate. Every bit counts. Okay. There's the lobster peninsula. Bon appetit.